Alright, hello and good afternoon. It is a very weird time for me to be here, but I had a bit of time to throw in a stream, and I have a bit of catching up to do, so yeah, I'm here for that. I sound different because I'm back on my laptop setup for about a week and a half, so I'm going to be hearing this. I don't know if crispy is ready to describe it, but it definitely sounds a lot more deeper and focused. But yeah. Alright, so I did not realize multiple things. I knew the new event for Genshin was probably going to come out soon, but I didn't realize that it had already come out, and the second act has already come out, so I have a bit of catching up to do. And also, Chapter 42 for Honkai Impact has also come out the other day, and knowing how Honkai Impact chapters are, they're going to be long. There's probably some sort of daily thing tied to them, so I gotta hop to it. So, plans. This afternoon, doing only Act 1, probably because I don't have enough time to fit 2 acts, plus I want to at least start some of the other gameplay parts of the event. I might come back with Act 2 later tonight. If not, I might come back with the Bannery Gotcha that I said I was going to do. I don't know, it depends, because Pocky and my schedule are not aligning well, and worst case scenario, it might not even happen at all, but we'll have to see. I'll probably do Act 2 then, if tonight's not good for Pocky. And then I think tomorrow night, or sometime during the weekend, I will probably do Act 1 of Honkai Impact. I believe Act 2 probably comes out Monday, and then Act 3 Friday or Thursday or something. But I'll worry about that when that happens, because next week is probably going to be Star Rail focused. I might take a break from Star Rail and finish the chapter towards the end of the week. It just depends. I might have to postpone it even further, because I do have some plans later in the week, but I don't know when it's gonna happen. So I might just focus on Star Wars just to get that stuff out of the way, and postpone the rest of the chapter for Honkai Impact till later, aka the week after. But I don't know. My main goal is just to kind of just get this event done before the Honkai Star Rail stuff update comes out, and then try and get as far with Honkai Impact as I can. Anywho, enough of that. Let us get started. Alright, so let's see. Can you begin? The crack of muskets, breaking the silence. Roses and Muskets, Act 1. During the Fontinalia Festival, children carry baskets and head down the streets asking for candies. As you roam the vibrant festive streets, you meet some familiar faces. Yeah, it sucks that I missed the entire Paimon dialogue whenever the event starts because I don't do it the same day, but what can I do? This is how my schedule is. But besides that, oh, that looks like Xavier in the distance. I'm just gonna hope the audio is alright. If not, I'll change it after this whole dialogue sequence, because my settings here are different than mine at home, so I can't tell what's gonna be good.
Seriously? But, Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now? I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do.
I keep forgetting
Really
that
facing
this
a
would
crisis. My hands are
be
tied.
the second
But
time
what
you would
about
hear
my
Xavier's
film?
voice. The first one being during the Sumeru
Well,
interlude, the Archon quest,
I'm afraid
weirdly
you have to come
enough.
up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival. Oh, oh.
No, he's definitely not
Hey,
happy.
isn't that Xavier? So he's back in Fontaine now.
Oh, why, if it isn't the dear traveler and Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time.
Yeah, it has been a while. It's
Well,
been
I was
a
doing
year
just
pretty much.
fine until I received some terrible news just now. The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Can't you just find a different investor?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We had signed an agreement specific to the Fontinalia Film Festival, stipulating that I cannot work with any other investors until the festival is finished.
The Fontinalia Film Festival? What's that?
Oh, is this your first time participating in Fontaine's Fontinalia Film Festival? Then allow me to fill you in. The Fontinalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights, who went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Arconageria. The holiday is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most important festivals for this nation.
But what's with that weird expression on your face? It's like you're trying really hard to remember something.
Ah, I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books, in order to avoid any unnecessary arguments over semantics. I usually try to recite things straight from the source.
Well, either way, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's just like the Windbloom Festival in Mondstadt, and the Lantern Rite in Lille.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival? And just like those of other nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year. To commemorate the Loch Knights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups,
I don't know why
and
when I
going
heard Loch
door
Ness,
to
I was
door
forgetting Lights
asking
of
for
Beauty for some
pure
reason.
water. But a few years ago, Lady Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
Really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
The whole thing seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year you can hear a bunch of them saying, "Trial or treat."
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But how does that connect back to the film festival you mentioned?
Ah, yes, it appears I've strayed off topic. I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point. The Fontinalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has
I feel like with the
matured
setup,
as
it's
a
probably going to
medium,
pick up my
it's the perfect time to
coughing and
introduce more
just me
people
dying
to
in the
the art
background a lot
form.
more. I don't know, coming up here,
During
my
this time,
sinus has
people
been
will submit films
on
to
the
be
fritz,
evaluated,
so I've been feeling
and the
quite
entry
awful.
with the highest score will be
So I'll probably
given
end
the
up muting the line,
Farina
stay silent, just
Award
because I'm
by
too
the
busy blowing my nose
association.
or trying to keep it
The
in.
what award?
The Farina Award! You know, after the Hydro Archon. They coined it while Lady Farina was still in power, but even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name. Perhaps everyone still thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name. Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer,
Yeah, it must be a
Lady
bit
Farina
awkward, but
is
you know.
still Fontaine's superstar.
Yeah,
Anyone with
putting the
eyes
Archon
can see
business
the way
aside,
she shines
her
on the stage.
past acting feats, even though we
This name does work pretty
haven't
well
really
when
been
you
able
put
to
it that
observe it,
way.
it's pretty good.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding? How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori? Not to say all the other actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Chiori? Sounds familiar. Where have we heard that name before?
Runs a clothing store, Chioria Boutique, yep.
Yes, that's her.
We stopped
I
by
asked
there
her to
when we
oversee
did
the
the
event's art
investigation thing
direction,
with
including the design of the actors' costumes
doing
and
Nula
appearances.
Sword Quest, I think. It wasn't really a major thing,
Paimon
but it was there.
remembers now. Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too.
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering Seamstress. Her remarkable designs have led many Fontainians to become very interested in Inazuma. Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Why don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them?
Alright.
Judging from the time, the Aquabus should be arriving shortly. Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
Alright, looks like we're gonna be meeting lots of old people and making new friends as well. I think this is one of the first few times they kind of threw us into this event menu. Unless I'm wrong. It is a very pretty thing. Alright, well, I'm guessing these are 4 different scenarios for each of the event stuff. Let's just keep moving with the event. No, I do not want to cancel navigate this. Alright, so probably just go here and then probably fly around as Wanderer.
The wind rises.
There she is. Dude, how does she stand those? The back part's not even supported. Yep, I think that was a Geovision. I saw yellow.
Miss Chiori?
Your
Yep,
talk
there it
with
is.
the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet. Oh? And who are they?
Allow me
Yep,
to
her voice
introduce
definitely
you.
matches the
This
personality
is the
we heard
Traveler and
from
Paimon.
all the voice lines.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, we've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
The way Navia's wardrobe comes together is really exceptional. Yeah, Navia
Why,
is a
thank
beauty.
you. I strove to create an outfit that matched her high social station as the demoiselle. So tell me, what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Well, it's like this.
And basically he hit bad luck.
Mm.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some for you.
Oh, thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any more we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No, that's not
There's
what
a
I mean.
will, there's a way.
I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet. The actors I recommended aren't just after Mora after all.
Hey, and there's the gang. Go.
Really? Then where do you live?
We Malazines live in Mercy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
Damn. Last time we saw Yui Mio was during her second story quest.
Work every day, right?
Ayaka.
all that way just to go home.
I guess we saw Ayaka during the Was she Ayaka was there during the TCG event, right? With back in 3.7. I actually don't know if Ayato was there. We might have I think
This is our stop.
we might have seen him briefly. I could be wrong.
We've arrived.
It has been a hot minute.
I haven't even finished chatting with Abel yet.
I also enjoyed Aval's introductions to Fontaine along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on the Sakura bus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce
Malazines
to
are
you.
precious. Must protect. Be sure to be friendly with them. Oh man, that Novelet line stuck in my head.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
It's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon.
Here as always.
Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film?
We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him.
But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
Besties.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you. So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I.
Well, I
sought
mean, we're
other
always around
actors
doing
to play
things.
the
We could
lead
either
roles in
be
the
as
film.
busy as a bee
I've
or
been thinking about a surprise
bored as
reunion
a
with you during our trip
something.
here. But you still managed to surprise me first.
Oh, so you all know each other already! My, what a coincidence! What are the chances everyone could be brought together here like this? Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
it's probably just a table in general, right?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Do you have the more
Very
to spend
well.
for that?
Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Alright, and off we go.
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall.
Oh yeah, this
Look
is
at how big
definitely a
they
lot
are.
different than Inazuma.
And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight.
And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec. Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
Yeah, it must be pretty cool seeing a place like this for the first time. Alright, it's probably breaking immersion. I'm just gonna teleport over because I don't think they have any roads on the way, right? If they do, well, that's my problem. Let me spot by this guy real fast. Anything? Nope.
Take
Okay.
it easy.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took
Yeah,
some
they don't really
time
go
for
too
me to get used to it.
Actually, I can't really
Let's
say,
get
but
back to the purpose of
they
this
probably
trip
don't
for a moment.
season the food
shall
like
we?
crazy unless you go out of your way
How
to
have
go to places
preparations
like
for
that,
the
right?
film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled
my mic's
most of
picking up
the
me
film
sniffling.
crew, a lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the
Uh,
way here.
Not the Free
The story is
Musketeers.
pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he
Wait.
has violated the contract, then can't you simply take
Okay,
him to court over
for some
the
reason it
matter?
said my mic was muted.
Well,
Like, I could see the
I'm
glowing
still
light,
more
but it was
concerned
able to
about
catch me blowing my
filming.
nose, so I apologize
Even
for
if
that.
I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Just now, it's still picking up
Then-
even though I have it muted.
Is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
Yeah, just say it's a thing between
Me
buddies.
too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
Ew. Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
Alright, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapperboard to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
A clapperboard? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested
I
in
can't lie,
that
I never
job?
knew that was the name of the
Sure,
job,
Paimon's
so
always
that's to
wanted
know.
to try that.
All right, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Yep, we
Oh,
definitely do a
he's
lot of
great when it comes
photography.
to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many
Photography?
things we've taken
Okay,
photos
I
of
don't even
during
know
our
this word.
journey.
Photography.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey across Devat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job?
Alright, well, we're in for it. Nice camera action.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
Okay, let's save that for when we actually get the thing going.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me. I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Farina?
Yeah, speak of the devil.
Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
And considering how pushy we were last time,
Isn't
I
that the
wish we
name of
kind of
Fontaine's
asked doing it
Hydro
again, but
Archon?
maybe it'll be better.
My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well, I wonder how the
Well,
line would change if we didn't do her story post.
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
Fine, you're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film, anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there
Yeah,
are
get
many
some
places you would
touring in.
like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Archon. I wonder what she would like.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontanalia mousse?
Ah, the reward, or the
But
restaurant.
wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does
I mean,
like
considering how
desserts,
frugal
though.
she probably has to live in
Isn't the
comparison now,
Fontanalia festival happening
she'll
right
welcome
now?
food, right?
I heard Avo tell us on the Aqua Bus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontanalia mousse.
But But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontinalia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
Well, what could that be?
Your words of praise.
Got the recipe.
You go ahead. No need to worry about us.
Oh, I hope Farina will like the gifts we prepared. Oh, and if you still think we should get something else for her, just let me know. I should be able to make some fireworks.
I wonder what the laws are about fireworks here.
Looking forward to the good news.
Right.
Squall and Fury.
Oh, completely right about it. Let's just hope I don't die.
Quick fall. Yeah.
Alright.
We're here! This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Coming. Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Huh? Who are you?
Oh god, that look.
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
I wonder if her model will also be different if you do her story quests, because she gains a vision during.
Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
So goofy.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
I mean, hey,
This
some
is
weather
a small gift we've
patterns
prepared
affect
for you, Lady
people's sleeping
Farina.
habits. I know
We
rain
hope
and
you like it.
the
No
cold
need to
make me
be
want to
so
sleep in.
formal. I'm just a
Or
regular
make you sleep more
person
soundly.
like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great. So actually, there's
All right,
something
now
I
that we
need your
bribed
help
her.
with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew? Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and he's the camera operator. Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it?
Or can I show you? Yeah, show her a thing or two.
No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before. Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If he can satisfy you with his camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say? You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera. All right, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards.
Right.
Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work. Are you ready? I have high standards, you know.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay,
Alright, starting right away.
grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
So, as the boss of Lamont Workshop, I've been proud of forging machine. Promotional video. Need to film several shots according to the director's requirement to compile them into a video. Positioning is key. Narration requirements. Okay, a scene that shows off the workshop. Okay, well, we only have one of those. Camera position. Each shows off the forging machine at work. Okay, that one's obvious thing. So the atmosphere still works relaxingly. Actually, I don't know if this one's... Well, she's the only one in that picture. So, would this one be... I don't know. Weapons arranged. Okay, so the boxes... Narration. The narration's pretty simple, just one. Shows off the workshop. So this one again? What do we want? So these are kind of the same. Alright, let's see how this works. It's probably decent, but maybe not the best. Just no narration and everything, it's kind of just silent, and it's on its own. Alright, let's see. Will we get roasted by Farina?
Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought.
Okay, so I did good enough.
All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Alright, and...
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina? Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of the Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well... Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina? Well, what about the pay?
Oh yeah, she needs to fund for her own living.
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervulat were to hear of this, he could charge you with
Oh,
underpaying
okay,
your
well,
labor.
looks like she ain't happy.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, that car interest.
Farina's read it too. Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for
Oh
my
man, that's
brand
Kiara.
is well
Take a
worth it.
Karara. I still don't have her on my team.
So,
One
are
day.
you a big fan of this story, Farina?
Well, it's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know. Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit.
Absolutely, no problem.
Let's hope this doesn't come to bite us back later.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director.
The
I
little
mustn't let a
sparkle.
perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Right, great way to describe it.
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props. And by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiari, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
He gets around.
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a
But yeah, you
situation?
gotta look good in your job.
Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it
You gotta
that way.
you represent the safety of the people. You
Anyway,
gotta look good
enough
while
about
doing
that.
so.
What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team! Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras. Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now. I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevrolet is today.
Sooner
By the
better.
way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our two lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
Well, she said the exposure is fine, right?
I already
I know in
knew Xavier
reality
from
people have the
before.
opposite take.
And he's
They don't want
also
merely
agreed to give
exposure,
my
that's just
brain
a
some good
copium
exposure.
It
payment.
seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Alright, wow, that's a super long title. And she's on the opposite end.
The wind rises.
Oh man, they're playing that music, huh? Oh, but there she is.
All right, this is the place.
But where's the captain? There's hardly anyone around here.
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
Tis Paimon, learn the art
Just
of
trust
covert
me.
Oh,
operations.
alright, let's see what happens then. Chiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion. Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end.
Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
I'm just looking away.
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book.
I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevraz, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Alright, shall we?
Like
Let's
you
way out.
trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
What's
Like that,
going
done
on
and dusted.
here? One second you're reading a book, and the next you're escorting people away.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vacher has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market. Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Hey, I'm Chevraz. You probably
Oh,
already
shit.
heard me introduce
What's
myself,
up?
so I won't bother repeating it.
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevraz. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevraz's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Huh? Just like that.
I wonder why he's not proceeding. Okay.
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I
This is
said,
pretty chill.
we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
All right, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain.
Oh, Viva Hunsaker.
He'd better.
Yeah, you know, he falls. It's Jover.
Squall and Fury.
Alright.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevres?
Have you read The Two Musketeers?
I haven't read it.
The
Actually.
story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother. They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone. One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any kind words to say to them. However, the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no chance of bringing her murderers to justice. The two siblings decided to flee and someday avenge their mother. Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best. The baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep, the baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevres?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis, you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions. Yes, you're as sharp
Alright,
as
she's
I
trying to hire
expected.
us.
It seems you've experienced many similar situations before. There's been a recent murder case involving Muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Huh? Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public because the investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon. However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail. Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest. I don't want people to see Muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean they might be connected somehow?
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
What do you think, Traveler? Yeah,
Yep,
you're
let's
right.
think on that.
Paimon's getting a little tired, too. We've really been hustling all day.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision. Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
That's the end of Act 1, which is all I'm going to be doing. I could probably do Act 2 also, but I'd rather split into parts. Alright, so now let's take a look. Oh, no wonder it's released so early. There's 5 acts to it. Ah, I see. Alright, I'll probably do Acts 2 and 3 together then. Maybe I'll save it for tomorrow instead. And then I'll save the 4 and 5 for later. I guess we'll spend the rest of today just starting the events and whatnot. Festive events, the quest. This is the main story. Alright, start with the festive events. The first one. Alright, this is probably... Well, let's just start with whichever one's closest. I know one of them was a sniping event from the Hilly Trophy. I think this is not this one, but let's see what this one's about. Alright. Win-win proposal. Join forces. Experimental film. Oh, I know one was a combat event. Yeah, we like the challenge. Oh, okay, this is the fighting one then, I guess. This is the one where, like, we go black and white. Alright, let's put it. Or let's get it more like... War fighting scenes. Special lighting. Amplified with intensity in line with the corresponding place in the script. Alright. I'm guessing we just gotta capitalize on those ones to perform better in the combat. So there's 4 things. We'll probably just do one each, and then I'll probably save them all. Oh, was I just supposed to talk to her again? Oh.
You gotta find that balance between flavor and nutrition.
I'll take a guess. No way.
Alright. Unleash a Hydra Shockwave. Once will be hit, cryo damage will be increased. Alright, cryo damage. Let's see. If you want cryo. If I still want a Hydra character in, so. But Rena, Vente, Shenhe. Everything's built for melt. Mayaka doesn't actually have a weapon on. What? Let me get something from Ayaka. Alright, you know what? I'm not using Kaching right now. I'll just throw this as stat stick.
Oh.
Alright, so what was it? You know. Oh wait, but I want to have a healer then. Unless I throw in Diona. Diona says Shenhe. Good for Charlotte. I don't know if Charlotte's exactly the greatest person, but if we want to help with energy funneling, sure. Let's. This is probably not the greatest of characters, but. Alright.
Shower me with prep. Let's play. Time for takeoff. Time to shine.
I know that you could cheese this event
Hard-hitting
Protagonia with his stupid riptide, but
So rude. Whirling snow.
oh,
Here
the
we
effect
go.
is a rainy
Think you
effect,
can
weather
get away?
effect. Okay, so this is a different one. Oh, that's
Strike
kind
a
of cool.
pose. Let the world come alive. Smile. Breaking new.
Oh yeah, we definitely don't have to worry about anything with this. I probably could have done Shinha, but then I wouldn't be able to heal.
Here we go. Time for takeoff. Time to shine. Yoo-hoo! Say cheese. Sakura swirl. Hard hitting it. Think you can get away? Let my name echo
I mean, this
in
is probably
sound.
double danky since we have both Farina and
Whirling snow.
the effect of the
Brace yourself. Hold that pose.
what's it called, the film thing going on at the same
My
time.
apologies. Embrace the ice. Here we go. Time for
Man, not gonna lie,
takeoff.
I thought this would have been going on a lot longer, but it's actually not going as
Truth bomb.
fast as I thought it would be.
Take flight. Brace yourself. Think you can get away? Time to shine. Sakura swirl. Hold that pose. Breaking news. Let the world come alive. Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Alright, seems good enough. Not bad, not bad. Alright, now that that's done, let's start this one. Let's get to poor contracting. Interesting, thing. I was wondering why they had the building set up so far away from Warp. I guess immersion-wise, like what?
The wind rises.
They would have to need a base. No, I don't know if calling it base is the right way. They need a place where they can
Squall and fury.
do all their filming and stuff. So I guess it wouldn't be here, but a doctor. Just because someone's crying doesn't mean they necessarily need a doctor, but. Technical issue. Engineering. Certain effect on filming, stabilization, carry film cameras while moving at high speed. Have anyone to test it? Need more test subjects. Oh well, yeah, it's just a bit of running around, but knowing me, I'd probably just be heaving, doing all that too. Yes, for the miracle. Lever whip unlocked. Oh, I go to this one. Alright. Extreme drive. Alright, we're going way far out. Stuff in the background, so that's probably not the best time to do this, but yeah, I should be doing this later. see. Oh, this is the Hungry Hungry Hippo thing. Alright, I kind of just skimmed through all that, so I didn't even see what happens. Alright, is this a one-time thing that I could just spam over and over, or is there like a daily thing? Oh, you can only earn 2,000 a day, or maybe it's every day that passes. You can earn 1,000 again. So if you wait till the very end, you could just keep playing and earn it. Alright, you know what? I'll stay as Wanderer. I wonder I'm gonna need to carry me for this one.
Relax.
Alright, so jump boost, get around, because I need to get to yellow. Oh, I'm sending them towards someone else's direction.
Too slow. Quit following me.
Get them in there. Yup. Let's ball. Oh, that's a big one, big one, big one. No, 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 no. This way, this way, this way. Yes, yes, yes. No.
Too slow.
Hey, wrong way. This way, this way. This wall, this wall. Ah! Okay, I'm barely managing to hold on. Oh! 2 ghost balls! Give me those.
Too slow. Too slow.
Get around. Yes! Oh, someone said that to me. Hey, get back this way.
Quit following me.
Ah. No! Oh, wrong way. Oh, lots of them, lots of them. Alright, just get one, just give me one. Jump over, get in the second one.
Following me.
Take it easy.
Alright, we're actually eating. Just give me one more. Yeah! Alright, we ate. Alright. Wondering if it's just a placement that tells you how much coins you earn, or just score. Oh yeah, the higher the score, the more points you earn. So one more time and I could probably
You
hit the
think I've
2,000.
got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone...
Why are they playing this sad music after we just had that whole circus fest of a thing? Alright, let's match one more time. Oh, oops, let me accept. Alright, it's Wanderer Gaming time.
Relax.
Okay, so this time we got some walls to work with. Get these in, get these in.
Too slow.
Crash. Nope. U-turn, U-turn. Oh, this one, this one.
Too slow.
No.
Too slow.
No. Go around, go around. Please. No, someone.
Too slow.
Oh, no, a lot for me, a lot for me. Give me a. Give me. Few glitch walls. Alright, we're recovering, we're recovering.
Quit following me.
Yes, push for me, push for me. No, no, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Easy. Send that in.
Too slow.
Yeah. Two for one, two. Get this way.
Quit following
No,
me.
get that back in. Back that way. Oh my god. Ah, please. Okay, not as good as the last one, but we still managed to save it. Alright, so I believe I earned every can for today. Aim to from that, so I get rid of the exclamation mark. Oh, just clean my one, nice. Okay, so we did this one. Let's go to this one now. Let's actually use the teleport point. Yeah, I really should not be
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the
multitasking.
wind cannot blow on forever.
Multitasking during this. Alright.
Too slow.
Oh, we got a kid here. Oh, I say a kid, but I don't know if it's actually a kid, but or if it turns out it's a smaller model. Yeah, you have a business card. Learning adventuring experience. Toys leaving the factory. No, I am not culture. Arrival of an aquabus. Four shots to construct the smallest divisible unit of the story. And with narration camera. Oh, is this kind of like what we were doing in earlier when we were practicing with Farina? Alright, select the stage. Half of the sun. No, no, maybe not. Okay, well, at least you put this next to teleport point. Can't teleport to it directly? Seriously? But that's probably not. That we need to do. Oh, film several shots. Ascertain the camera's position. Okay. Alright, so it is kind of like the actress played by the net. It's lost almost in the midst of wiring, cannot find her way. Oh, what? So we just need to go here? We don't actually need to do anything. Is lost in. Okay, well, there she actually is. Whispering to herself. Swims through the seagrass. Yep. So this one doesn't have narration. Oh yeah, because that one doesn't have one. I like the bewildered expression of the. I don't know if that's bewildered. She keeps deadpan face most of the time. Signing, sunlight is shining through the. Probably this one, right? Forget this gun. Start shooting. All right. Plus 30 points. Oh god, this I don't know why, but this reminds me of the reverse 1999 event from last patch where you had to pick certain scenarios to get points. Divine hand. Alright, that's done. From beyond expectations, divine hand. Alright. Oh, and then there's like a average rating. Alright, then we go for the whole village shooting thing.
Just then, rain stopped.
The wind rises.
Let's go for this now. Pick your positions. Sharpshooter. Ah yes, we all love our festivals with our gun range. Yeah, it's a festival. That's the point. Fun time, fun. Alright, go to challenge. Just right here. Alright. The one person that we actually can just stay here. Doesn't use up any raw ammunition. Alright. Objects have at least 20 munition remaining to all opponents. I'm guessing, what, do we get refunded if we kill something? Or we have a fixed amount of ammo, but there's a fixed amount of enemies, so yeah, make sure we land our shots, maybe. Alright, press the aim button to start aiming, right click, or in like FPS on PC sometimes. Aim at your targets, press the shoot to fire bullets or land. To defeat all opponents, complete challenge. Ammunition is limited. Utilize it to defeat the most enemies. You can adjust and controls immediate. Alright, so it's instantaneous. Is there any... Okay, he's not random. Oh, that guy doesn't die one hit. This guy's clueless. That guy got blasted away. That guy's fast. Alright, ammunition left. Bad. I think with that, let's see. Name all this. I'm guessing these points are what's used to earn the weapon and refinements, right? Oh, the ultimate sword. I actually don't know how you can tell how many we've helped from this, but I've done all the quests, so I should have enough. Revenge shop. I'll probably spend on wherever I need to level up the weapon. Let's take a quick gander. It's a claymore. It's the closest claymore. Value's there. Yeah, I've robbed everything off of Eula because it's on Fremini. Let's see. Diamond. What is the material? Super duper invincible shiny sparkly magic crystal. Duct tape. Alright, so it's like 3% on each item. Let's take a look. Does the cups. Since there's a discount leveling up, I'm just gonna level it. I'm probably gonna level it one more time and then level up the rest next week. I'll pass achievement for using more. And that thing is pretty big. Oh wait, we already spent more. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on leveling it up. I'll wait till next time. Ingenuity, dimension. I know I use a lot of ingenuity. I'll hate them. Alright. The events are not too bad. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some people out there that are gonna have some qualms about the gameplay style, but I think it's alright. It's too bad. But yeah, alright. Since it seems like there's 5 acts, and does it kind of do it in rapid succession, I believe tomorrow I'll do acts 2 and 3 together, and maybe some more events, and maybe tonight I'll either come back with the Bandery Gacha. If not, I might just chill and come back tomorrow with Genshin, and then come back Sunday with Honkai Impact, or I might come back tonight with Honkai Impact if the Bandery. Depends on how I feel. Alright, that's enough of that. And yeah, I'll be seeing you soon.